Hey guys, it's Tarot with Kittens, Weights, and Tarot, and welcome to day 25 of Ethany's 31 Days of Tarot. So I'm actually doing this video a little late. I mean, it's still the 25th, but I didn't have time to pre-record yesterday, so you actually caught me in my classroom. So I don't have any like incriminating like school stuff behind me, so I think it's okay. I have 9 minutes before the bell rings. My school day actually ended 6th period. I don't teach a 7th period class, but I do have a kid coming in for detention, so I will make this rather quick. Okay, so today's prompt is asking us who are the top 5 people we would love to read tarot for, who are historical or alive, not alive, fictional, like whatever it may be. Okay, so my first person that I would love to read tarot for is FloJo, Florence Griffith Joyner, and she was a top track and field star back in the 80s and even the 90s, and I was fortunate enough for her to be able to come and watch me run. You know, I hold school records, you know, for my running that I did in high school, and I was an NC2A athlete and everything. And I was so honored that she got to watch me run, and my mom made sure to go sit next to her. And I was so upset. I was like, why didn't you get FloJo's autograph? You know, but my mom did point her out and said, oh, that's my baby down there. And FloJo said, oh, I know about her. I read about her in the paper. And I was like, oh, FloJo knows me. So she ended up dying pretty young. She was in her 30s. She was, you know, at the top of her game. She was strong. Many people speculate it may have been enhancing drugs she may have been taking. People just say she had a bad ticker and that's what happened. So she's somebody I would definitely love to read the cards for, not to find out the dirty deeds of, you know, what caused your death, but like who were you and what inspired you, and you know, just kind of really get into her mindset. I mean, she just seemed like such a fabulous, like positive person, and I think that if she were here now, that would be just so awesome to be able to read her cards for her. Okay, the second person on my list is a person who was quite alive, and it's Angelina Jolie. I have like a hashtag girl crush on her. I mean, I think she's like one of the most beautiful women in Hollywood, and I know she's kind of got a reputation for being a little nutty, a little crazy, but that's cool. I mean, all of us are just a little bit crazy. So, I mean, she just seems like she'd be so like wild and so awesome to like, you know, have a reading with. And, you know, I think that there's a lot going on behind just her beauty. I think she's a very intelligent woman, and I don't know, I think that would be fun to kind of sit down, have some tea or whatever, and bust out some cards and see what's going on. Okay, the next person I would love to do a reading for is actually my Nana. My Nana is who I call my grandmother, my dad's mother. It's how I differentiated both my grandmothers. One was grandma and one was Nana. So Nana is my dad's mom. And she passed away back when I was, before I was a sophomore in high school. And just all the stories I hear from like my uncles and my dad and my aunts and stuff like that, she just seemed like a really wild person. Her nickname, by the way, was Shanghai, and a lot of women did not like that she stole people's men. She was married like 5 times, and you know, and she had eight kids, yeah. So yeah, it just seemed like she just had this wild life, you know, back in the 40s and just kind of doing her thing, and then in the 50s, you know, and she was like this 5'9" like glamazon, you know, and that's like pretty tall for a woman back then. I mean, she's taller than me. She was like an inch taller than me. So I would definitely love to read from my Nana, and I know that that would be totally up her alley. So I know that, you know, if we could talk tarot today, we would have jived about that. But, you know, I was still in high school, and I hadn't really found tarot and all of that stuff yet. So, but she was somebody who would bring it up. So she kind of, I guess she's kind of responsible for my spiritual path. Okay, the next person that I would ask is Paul Walker, if you would like to get a tarot reading with me. I know that Paul Walker is no longer here, and unfortunately, he passed away a couple of years ago in a car accident. But he is somebody I referred to as my movie boyfriend, you know, because I think that my boyfriend looks a lot like Paul Walker. And so when that movie Into the Blue came out, my boyfriend would say, oh, that's movie me, and then, you know, Jessica Alba is movie you, like kind of how we wish we looked. So you know, he just seemed, you know, like outside of Hollywood, he didn't seem like that Hollywood kind of guy, that he was just kind of a guy that did Hollywood. And I don't know, he just seems so genuine and kind-hearted, and I would just love to read his cards and be like, you know, what's up, what's going on, and like, you know, I don't know, I think he'd just be like a cool dude to hang out with, or maybe go surfing with or something. And surfing's something I really miss. I haven't surfed in quite a few years. Okay, the very last person, so we can keep this short, is Ramses II, or Ramses the Great. He was one of the badass pharaohs of all of ancient Egypt. And so, you know, and he lived a really long time, in a time where people just didn't live that long. You know, he reigned for a really long time. Just what he left behind for, you know, for us as archaeologists and everything, to be able to discover and learn about ancient Egypt through what he had, you know, his whole reign, his kingdom and everything. You had to be pretty badass for that stuff to be able to survive like thousands of years. So yeah, hell yeah, I'd read the tarot cards for Ramses II. Okay. So that is it. I look forward to watching everybody else's videos today and seeing who their top 5 people would be that they would read the tarot for. If you have any comments about this video, or you want to be like, hey, so like you want to read my cards, like what's up? And I'll be like, yeah, psh, you'd be able to pay that money? I'm just kidding. So anyway, I will see you guys tomorrow, and we will not be in my classroom, so I will be back at home. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. All right, peace, love, and chicken grease. Peace out, and get back to school.